Welcome back to News Around, the only digital sanctuary where we peel back the glossy veneer of celebrity culture to reveal the raw, human pulse beating beneath. Today, we are not merely discussing a headline, we are dissecting a social phenomenon. We are turning our lens toward one of Turkey's most enigmatic leading men, Kerem Bürsin. A man whose career has been defined by a stoic professionalism, but whose personal life has suddenly erupted into a technicolor spectacle of emotion and controversy. It is a story that involves broken codes of friendship, the blurring lines between genuine affection and public relations, and a single phrase that has divided the internet: high school sweethearts. As we prepare to navigate the treacherous waters of this new romance with Selin Yagcioglu, I invite you to anchor yourself in our community. If you crave journalism that respects your intelligence, press that subscribe button. And for those who wish to be the true patrons of our work, the join button awaits you. Your support is the only algorithm we care about. Now, let us step into the storm. In the curated world of Instagram, where every pixel is polished and every caption is calculated, honesty is a rare and dangerous currency. When Selin Yagcioglu, the woman who has seemingly captured the elusive heart of Kerem Bürsin, posted a tribute to her partner, she did not just share a photo, she detonated a cultural conversation. Her words, "We have become like high school sweethearts, we text each other every second before meeting," were meant to be a testament to a love so consuming it rewinds time, stripping away the cynicism of adulthood and returning them to the innocent urgency of adolescence. But words, once released into the digital ether, rarely remain under the author's control. To the romantic, this was a confession of pure, unadulterated longing. It painted a picture of a global superstar, usually so guarded, now reduced to a teenager checking his phone, intoxicated by the dopamine rush of a new message. However, to the cynic, this phrase felt too perfect, too cinematic. It raised a skeptical brow. Is this truly the behavior of a 30-something power couple, or is it a script written to humanize a star who is about to launch onto the international stage? The internet is a cruel judge, and the verdict was split instantly. Was this the vulnerability of true love, or the flashy ostentation of a romance designed to be consumed rather than lived? If this story were merely about a new relationship, it might have passed as a fleeting headline. But in the incestuous ecosystem of celebrity circles, history is never dead, it is not even past. The spectre haunting this romance has a name: Mehtap Algol. It is a plot twist worthy of the dramas Bürsin stars in. Selin Yagcioglu was not a stranger to Kerem's past, she was a friend of the woman who used to hold his hand. This revelation has turned the comments section into a modern-day moral courtroom. The girl code, that unwritten constitution of female friendship which forbids dating a friend's ex, was allegedly shattered. The backlash was visceral. Critics didn't just see a new couple, they saw a betrayal. They argued that love, no matter how strong, should not grow in the garden of a friend's heartbreak. Yet, defenders rallied with the age-old defense: the heart wants what it wants, and logic is a poor match for chemistry. When Mehtap Algol finally broke her silence, stating that there was no problem and that everyone should mind their own business, the analysis only deepened. Was this the high road of a mature woman moving on, or the forced diplomacy of someone trying to avoid a public war? In her silence, the audience read dignity. In her few words, they read a desire to be excluded from a narrative she no longer controls. It forces us to ask, in the world of the famous, can a friendship ever truly survive the transfer of a partner? We are treading on sensitive ground here. I want to pause and ask you, the News Around family, Do you believe the girl code or bro code is an unbreakable law, or does true love justify crossing those lines? We want to read your ethical stances in the comments below. And speaking of ethics, we pride ourselves on honest reporting. If you value this deep dive format, please like this video and check out the join perks on our channel page. It's the best way to keep our lights on and our writers writing. Amidst the cacophony of Selin's posts and the social media outrage, there is a deafening silence from the other half of this equation. Kerem Bürsin has become the man in the iron mask. He has not issued a press release, he has not posted a rebuttal, he has not even reshared the high school sentiment. This creates a fascinating dissonance. On one side, we have Selin, broadcasting the frequency of their love. On the other, Kerem, who seems to be operating on a secure, encrypted channel. Is this silence a strategic masterstroke? Bürsin has always maintained a strict boundary between his work and his private life, famously stating, "I don't like to live my love life in the public eye." Yet, here he is, the co-star of a very public Instagram drama. Some argue this silence is his way of maintaining control, a dignified stance that rises above the gossip. Others whisper that it is the silence of a man who is perhaps less invested in the narrative than his partner. The contrast is jarring. Selin is the fire, consuming all the oxygen in the room with her declarations, while Kerem is the stone, unmoving and unreadable. This dynamic fuels the PR stunt theorists, who suggest that perhaps his silence is contractual, a way to let the buzz build without getting his hands dirty. We must address the elephant in the room, the skepticism of the modern audience. We live in an era where relationships are often leveraged as marketing tools. With Kerem Bürsin eyeing new international markets and global projects, a high-profile romance keeps his name in the search engines. The timing of Selin's high school post, coinciding with renewed interest in Bürsin's career, feels to some like a synchronized swimmer's routine. Critics point to the ostentatious nature of the romance, the public longing, the emphasized innocence as evidence of a manufactured narrative. True love is lived in silence, they argue. When you have to shout it, you are trying to convince the audience, not your partner. Yet, is this fair? Are we so jaded that we cannot accept that a handsome actor and a beautiful influencer might simply be giddy in love? Perhaps the manager in this story is not a person, but our own cynicism. This relationship has become a Rorschach test for the public. Look at the comments, and you will see a society divided. To the supporters, this is a breath of fresh air, a rejection of the cool, detached celebrity persona in favor of messy, loud, teenage-style love. They see Selin not as a fame seeker, but as a woman unafraid to be vulnerable. To the detractors, this is a soap opera with bad writing. They see the Friends X detail as a fatal flaw in the foundation, a jagged rock that will eventually sink the ship. They predict a fast burn and a faster crash, the inevitable outcome of a relationship built on the shaky ground of social media validation. So, where does this leave us? Is Kerem Bürsin and Selin Yagcioglu's relationship a destined romance that defied the odds of friendship and fame? Or is it a fleeting season of content, destined to be archived when the contract expires or the feelings fade? The phrase high school sweethearts is poignant because high school romances, for all their intensity, rarely survive graduation. Whether this couple graduates to a lasting union or remains a yearbook photo of 2025 is a story only time can write. But one thing is undeniable. They have succeeded in the primary goal of any celebrity: they have made us watch. They have turned their private affection into public property, inviting us all to take a seat in their living room. And as long as they keep posting, and as long as the silence from Bürsin's camp continues to intrigue, we will keep watching. Thank you for joining us for this extensive analysis. We hope we've helped you see beyond the headlines and into the human machinery of this scandal. What is your verdict on the high school sweetheart saga? Let us know in the comments. And remember, the support of our viewers is what makes News Around possible. Please subscribe, hit the bell icon, and if you truly want to be part of our inner circle, click that join button today. Until next time, keep your eyes on the news and your mind open. Goodbye.